My name is Garrison Harrah, and we're wondering what the children can do while the parents run. This is keeping children active. What we want to do is we want to teach children how to let out that energy, how to keep them active, and make sure they understand the importance of being active and keeping up with games and sports. We want to also keep the children supervised, make sure that the parents don't have to worry about a babysitter, make sure they don't have to worry about anything except running that race and having the time of their lives. When we keep their children occupied, we keep their children learning everything about the games and activities that they can do. Project plan, we're going to start in January 20th, as soon as possible. That's like 5 days after we come back in Christmas break, and we want to gain permission to use the gym or any other large facility, such as the auxiliary gym. We want to mention in the packets the ability that the kids have to have their children watched for free. That way they can just get out there and have fun. And that way they don't have to worry about it, and maybe it's something that's holding them back, their kids. Maybe they don't want to do it because they have kids and they don't want to hire a babysitter. But we can do that for them. We can make sure they're learning the entire time. We need to compile a list of fun, attention-grabbing activities. So we need to make sure that these kids, their attention is going to be grabbed. We want the children to enjoy it, and we want the children to have fun while they're doing it. And we need to make sure that the activities that we do will be fun and attention-grabbing for them. And we need to have this list compiled not long after January 20th, maybe a couple of weeks, and we can make sure that we have this list of games, and we can go ahead and start practicing them. So we need to practice them, make sure they run smoothly, make sure that we think the kids will enjoy them, and we need to make sure that anybody who's there watching will also find them fun, and they won't want to wonder what their kids are doing. We want to make sure that we know what we're doing before we actually go out there and do it. And in April, at the run, we need to show up, we need to be excited and enthusiastic with the children. That way they understand that what we're trying to do for them, they understand what they are potentially doing for themselves with sports and getting involved in a lifetime of sports. Resources that are needed. Really for this, the main resource is manpower. We all need to be there, we all need to be ready. We're going to need props for the games, possibly. Some of them might not even need props. And I figure the kids probably have more fun with their props, but we don't necessarily need them. So if we can go without those, we have to go without them. We don't really have to have them. We need the internet, looking up activities, making sure that these kids will have the most fun that they can, make sure that they'll be the most educating for them. And they're going to need time to prepare. We need time to prepare so that we can prepare all these games and make sure that we know all these games and have them practiced and ready for whenever we're ready to give them all to the kids. Constraints. Time constraints and resource constraints. If we don't have enough time to do it, which is a possibility, we just need to make the time to do it. Resource constraints, if we're missing some of the resources or if we can't get the activity space so that we can actually perform this, then obviously that'll be something that will make it a lot harder pressed to be able to actually perform this. And again, if the games require props, we need to make sure that we can get them. We need to make sure we have the funds to get them, make sure we have the ability to get them somehow. And when we have that much time free, we can make sure everybody has the time to show up to the 5K, make sure everybody has the time to be there and be ready for everything, and so that we can have that day, and it'll be a nice day, and we won't have to stress about it. In my literature reviews, I know that a lot of things have done this in the past. It's teaching kids how to be active, like Hoops for Hearts and Jump Rope for Hearts. Those are two organizations I know I used to do in elementary school, and I know a lot of people still do in elementary school and middle school. Hoops for Hearts is a basketball organization. They do a tournament, and all the kids get involved. All the kids come and do that. Ours would be a little bit different of a model, but we would be able to follow the same kind of timeline. And it would be very similar in that we are teaching the kids how to be active and keeping them active. And Jump Rope for Hearts is it's the same organization as Hoops for Hearts, but Jump Rope for Hearts, what they do is they have a jump roping competition, and everybody goes out and has fun jump roping for as long as they can. That's something else I did in elementary school, middle school, which is the kind of age group that we're wanting to target here. Then the YMCA after-school activities. These are very good activities. I know I participated in them whenever I was a kid. We all played games, we all did activities, and they were all a lot of fun. So thank you for your time. My name is Garrison Harrah, and this is my demonstrative speech, Keeping Children Active.